Hello everyone, this is Mrs. Snook with section 3.8, Slopes of Parallel and Perpendicular Lines. So we are going to build on what we did last time where we were writing equations of lines and finding their slopes, and we're going to use that for determining if lines are parallel or perpendicular. So for parallel lines, and just a reminder, the symbol looks like two little rain tracks. That means that the lines are going in the same direction, and so that means they have the same slope. Both lines have the same slope if they're parallel. If they're perpendicular, the slopes are related as opposite reciprocals. So what that means is if the slope of one line was 1 over half, the slope of the other line would be a -2 over 1, or just -2. The opposite refers to opposite signs, one positive and one negative. And reciprocal just means flip it over. Vertical and horizontal lines are perpendicular to each other. All right, so let's do some examples with this. Are the lines in this picture parallel? Prove it using the slope. So don't just go by if they look parallel. Actually calculate the slopes and compare them to be sure. So for line 1, I'm going to do that one here. Line 2, I'll do over here. So line 1, that slope is y2 minus y1. So 5 minus -4 over x2, -1 minus x1, or -2. Doesn't matter which point you use first and which one is second, just be consistent. So I get 5 minus a -4, that equals 1. And I get -1 minus 2, so I get, actually 5 minus -4, that's 9. And then -1 minus 2 is a -3. So the slope on this one equals -3. Now let's do our second line. Slope here is going to be 3 minus -4 over -3 minus a -1. So 3 minus a -4, I get 7. -3 minus a -1, I get -2. So look at that, not the same. They are close, but they're not the same. So these ones are not parallel. All right, now we're going to write equations of lines. I want the equation of the line that is parallel to y equals -2x minus 7 and contains the point -5, -3. So parallel, that means the slopes have to be the same. Right here is the slope of our line. So m is going to be -2. Don't just grab a coordinate and throw it in. Actually work out the equation. If you just say, oh, I'm just going to grab that y coordinate and that'll be my new y-intercept, that is not going to work. Don't do it. Instead, do y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Plug in the point. So y minus a -3, that becomes a plus, equals -2 times x minus a -5, which also becomes a plus. So start with that. And then put it in slope-intercept form. I'm going to come over here, distribute. So I have y plus 3 equals -2x minus 10. And then subtract 3 from both sides. Y equals -2x minus 13. That's your answer. All right, next one, write the equation that is parallel to the line y equals 3. Parallel, same slope. Now in this case, y equals 3, that's a horizontal line. So parallel to horizontal is also horizontal. So my equation is going to be a y equals, and then I just grab that y coordinate, y equals 7. Done. Parallel to the line x equals 3. That one's vertical. Okay, we don't have a slope for that. Strictly speaking, slope for a vertical line is undefined. So to get the same slope, I have to be vertical as well. So I'm going to use an x equals. Grab your x coordinate, that's the 4, x equals 4. Now we're going to look at perpendicular lines. Remember, perpendicular means opposite reciprocals. I like to say flip and switch. I flip them over and I switch the signs. So let's get the slope of line 1. And we'll do line 2. So line 1, that slope is going to be 2 minus a negative 4 over negative 4 minus 0. 2 minus a negative 4, that's going to equal 6. And we have negative 4. That reduces to negative 3 over 2. So I'm going to write it over here just to be easier to see. Negative 3 over 2. Now L2, the slope for that one is going to be 3 minus negative 3 over 4 minus negative 5. 3 minus negative 3 is 6. 4 minus a negative 5 is 9. And that reduces to 2/3. So now look at your slopes. They are opposite in signs. So I have the switch. If you take 3/2, flip it over, you get 2/3. So these are opposite reciprocals. We do have a flip and switch. So yes, these are perpendicular. Okay, now let's write an equation of the line perpendicular to y equals negative 3x minus 5. Take the slope, that's negative 3. Flip and switch. Flip it over, I get 1/3. Switch the sign, it was negative, it's now positive. That's my new slope. Do like we did before, okay? Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. All right. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Plug in what you have. There's my y, so y minus 7 equals 1/3 times x minus a negative 3, a plus 3. All right, so my screen crashed a little bit on me. So we have a y minus 7 equals 1/3 of x plus 3. So let's distribute. So I get 1/3 x plus 1. That equals y minus 7. Then add your 7 to both sides. And I get y equals 1/3 x plus 8. Again, do not just throw in the y coordinate and call it good. That does not work. Do it the right way. Actually go through the process and then you'll get the right answer. All right, next, what is the equation of the line perpendicular to y equals 2? Well, perpendicular to a horizontal line is vertical. So I need a vertical line. That means I'm doing x equals, and then grab your x coordinate, x equals 5. The equation of the line perpendicular to x equals 2. Well, that is a vertical line. Perpendicular to vertical is horizontal. All right, I don't know why this keeps wanting to jump over on me. So horizontal, that means y equals. Get your y coordinate. Y equals 4. Done. All right, now we're going to rewrite each equation in slope-intercept form, and then if necessary to do that. And then we're going to determine whether the lines are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. Now remember, parallel means the slopes are equal. Perpendicular is opposite reciprocals or a flip and switch. Neither would be neither. So what you need to do in each case is find the slope of each line. And the best way to do that is to get it into slope-intercept form. So that's why my instructions say to go to slope-intercept form first, if necessary. So I look at my 2x plus 5y equals -1. That is not slope-intercept form. So I'm going to do some algebra to rearrange it. I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. So I get 5y equals -2x minus 1. And then I'm going to divide everything by 5. So y equals -2/5 x minus 1/5. The second one, I've got 10y equals -4x minus 20. That's also not in slope-intercept form because we have that 10 in front. So take that and divide everything by 10. So y equals -4 over 10x minus 20 over 10. Let's do some simplifying here. I get y equals -2/5 x minus 2. So there's our two equations. Here's the first one. Here's the second one. Now compare the slopes. -2/5 and -2/5. Slopes are the same. So therefore these are parallel. Next one. Y minus 7x equals 6. Let's put that in slope-intercept form. I'm just going to add 7x to both sides. So y equals 7x plus 6. And then I have y plus 7x equals 8. I need to subtract 7x from both sides. So I get y equals -7x plus 8. There's my two equations. Now compare the slopes. This one, the slope is 7. This one, the slope is -7. So I did switch the signs, but I do not have reciprocals. Also, they are not equal to each other. So not equal and not opposite reciprocals. So for that reason, this one is a neither. There's your answer there. All right, that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching and have a great day.